Welcome to another Lake Mead update. In this video, we're going to show you a little bit of this.
Old wood boat.
A little bit of this. The weather's about 65 degrees. We had a really crazy windstorm come through the last couple days. Today it calmed down. Wind should be like 5 to 7 miles an hour. Temperature 65 degrees. Just a beautiful day overall. So we're out here gonna explore Lake Mead. This is one of the most beautiful lakes in America. The water's crystal clear and it's one of the most visited lakes in America also. Millions of people come here every year. Let's take a closer look. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the support. Let's get into this. The ramp's looking really good. As I mentioned before, look how crystal clear this water is. Because the water's so clear, we are going to do a little bit of bow fishing after we explore. Got Junior on War Machine.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's a really nice day today. Something special is happening that hasn't happened in over 3 years. At least I think it's been 3 years. It's been a long time. But first, we're gonna talk about the water a little bit, check it out, explore it, and then we're gonna see what's so special about what's happening right now. Because I'll tell you what, it's finally time. Look at how many times we've driven through this area.
To be honest, there hasn't been a whole lot of news about the lake. Recreational visitors has gone up. A lot of people coming out here. It's summer. Today's a Monday, so there's not a whole lot of people on the water.
I don't like coming out here or on any lake in general when there's too many boaters.
So as far as Lake Mead goes, we're still getting permits to film. Everything's good.
All right, we're gonna go straight back to the government wash, see what's back there.
We haven't seen that thing in a while. Looks like the buoy is starting to resurface. Been a long time since that's happened, if that's the case, right?
Wow, we see something. Not a whole lot of something, but we got something.
Something different.
So when I was looking at the graph before we came out, Senior real quick is gonna try to catch a fish off the infamous boat. But when I was looking at the graphs, looks like the water from its all-time high this year has gone down. I would say probably around 5 feet or so, which is why
You've got the buoy starting to resurface. That buoy's been well underwater for quite a while now. You definitely can start to see the boat again. Man, it looks like it got dirty again, didn't it?
Yeah,
It's growing like algae again or something, because for a while when it was surfaced, it was super clean and you could see the paint on it and everything. Now down there it just looks brown. It's all dirty. It's become one with the lake. The flag, I guess, disappeared with time, didn't it? Geez, look at all the fish we're marking. There must be a big school of striper down there. That must be why literally all the boats are out here fishing today.
that pole probably rusted.
Oh, the flag one?
Flag broke off.
Old Glory got lost in the depths of Lake Mead.
that'd be interesting if the water went back down and we found that flag.
There
Have
you
to
go.
put it back on. Look at they're jumping back here.
Those of you that don't know what we're talking about, that's a boat sticking straight up out of the water.
Look at all those fish around it right now too. There's fish under it, all around it.
All right, I'm about to catch a fish on it then.
Well, I know that there's a love-hate relationship with seeing this boat, because some people hope the water goes back down to see it, and some people hope to never see it again. So it's having a battle right now, whether or not we're gonna see it this year or not see it. Explain to the people what the fish you're seeing right now.
That right there is my bait going down. You can see it right by the boat. On that side there's a big, probably bass or striper.
There's like 3 or 4 of
There's a
them.
couple little ones.
Oh yeah, there goes your bait.
There
Will
goes my
they
bait
bite?
right into something.
Will they bite?
Uh-oh, something's going at it. He's biting it.
Is he? Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. You got a bite. I saw that on your rod tip.
Took a little taste, man. He took a taste, but
I saw that. It was the smallest little nibble ever. All right, we got the boat right here, and sure enough, with all the markings, little striper. We don't got Juju with us, so Senior had to be the boat fisherman now.
this right here is a really skinny striper. We don't keep the ones that are that skinny. I'm gonna let them go and fatten up. We get a little Instagram story too. If you don't do it on Instagram, you didn't do it.
You gotta show the boat right there.
There's a Lake Mead boat. There's a fish just caught off. Go back to it, hang out. All right, let's get out of here. Mission accomplished. Let's go get some tilapia.
Now we're on to the next side mission.
Yeah, that's what we're out here. Let's go. So we just left the area with the boat. We're gonna go search around, kind of explore. But right now is a beautiful time of year. If you want to catch fish out here at the government wash area where the water flows through Lake Las Vegas and it comes down that little river and it enters right here, there's a lot of fish in this area. Plenty for everybody to catch. It's not like a big secret.
They're literally jumping everywhere right now, and on our graphs they're loaded. We're seeing fish all over the place. Everyone around us is catching. It's a really nice time of year right now, honestly.
If you don't have a fish finder, you just get your boat finder. Get your eyeballs out. That's where all the fish are at.
So when we were saying that something very special is happening right now, from the looks of it, this time of year there should be tilapia starting to move shallow. We've been talking about tilapia for the last few years on this channel, and unless you've been following us for a long time, you haven't seen them. The bow fishing side of it actually, but once a year, that very elusive fish comes very shallow here at Lake Mead to spawn, and that's the only time you could really bow fish them. They don't bite hooks out here, and the only other way is to cast net them, but to get the really big ones, usually takes a bow and arrow. So we're excited. This is our very first viral video we ever posted, was actually bow fishing.
There's a lot of tilapia out here. It's spring and the tilapia are spawning right now. So they're coming in real shallow and you can bow fish them.
You're not even gonna believe this, but I killed a couple.
Our roots run really deep doing this. These fish can get upwards of like 6 pounds, 7 pounds here, so maybe we'll get one today.
So we're rolling along the edge, and our water's so clear that you'll be able to see, like, they make like these little nests, these little beds. They're circular. They're usually between 1 foot and 2 deep, so they're right on the edge. And tilapia are very protective, so even if you scare them out of that bed, they'll be back within probably 5 to 10 minutes because they want to get back on those eggs.
That was a lot smoother than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna crash. All right, you're on mission, find that tilapia. I'm on mission, explore a boat we've never walked to way up there.
When you come back, I'm gonna have that dinner ready.
Gonna have dinner? Sounds like a plan.
So out here at Lake Mead, obviously everybody knows there's a lot of these old sunken boats, and there's just so many to explore. Even though all the ones that we've been filming for you guys for the longest time, most of them are now underwater, there's still a lot that we could just randomly find from time to time, or that are so high up people haven't wanted to hike to them, or there's a whole list of reasons why we haven't been to a couple of them.
I'm up here getting a better angle to see if there's any tilapia in these coves. Haven't seen a big tilapia yet. Still looking, but I do see bass. Usually we wear camouflage when we're gonna bow fish from the shore. I just have neutral, a little bit of camouflage and brown on, like earth tones, so hopefully they don't see me if I stake out like by those bushes. Just sit behind those bushes and wait for them to come back, if I see them. I can see there's a bed over here, so that tells me either somebody came and shot it off its bed or it went deep because of the cold front. But that's what a tilapia bed looks like right there.
All right, here we are. Wow, walking up, this boat's a lot cooler than I expected. Look at this. It's an old wood boat. I don't know what this is. Big old piece off to it. Man, this thing's gotta be old. They don't really make them like that anymore. There's a bunch of pieces off of it. Take a look at this though. Big old wood boat. I wonder if that's what caused it to sink. Hitting a big rock or something maybe. Oh, it looks like the outside was fiberglass. I don't really want to touch that. It's gonna make my fingers itch. We could see all the wood under it.
That is one cool thing about the desert, is the fact that stuff like wood can preserve for so long. It's not very often that you see places where wood will preserve, because this boat had to have sank a very long time ago.
Because when I look around, you could see where the water is now, way down there. But the water level, honestly, wasn't a whole lot higher than right here. This wouldn't have been very deep back in the day. So for him to crash right here, he had to have hit one of these, I would guess. Maybe like that point and he crashed, or, you never know. Waves could have took him down.
But this thing's got to be old, being a solid wood boat like that. I don't see any wood boats out here nowadays, unless it's like a sailboat or something.
You can also tell that when it was underwater, it was underwater for quite a while because all the sand that kind of pushed up over it. It's not like all the other boats that are still like really clean in the middle. This one, literally half of the boat is buried under sand.
Pretty cool. We're gonna head back down to the water though. I'm surprised that I've never seen that boat right there. If you guys have any idea how old a boat like that would be, or whatever model it might even be, I'm not familiar with those kind of boats, go ahead and comment them down below.
An old V-bottom wood boat. It's pretty awesome. One thing that I don't think we showed you guys before, but I think is pretty unique to our lake, is the kind of rock that's in this area, specifically back here of Lake Mead. It's like this weird kind of like, it's almost like a sandstone in a way, but it doesn't really look like it. It's like a crystal. All of our rock is like this very weird crystal, but what's weird about this is if you get it wet or if it rains on this stuff, it dissolves really fast. So I don't know if it's some sort of salt. Never thought to taste it to see, but I really do doubt it is, or our lake would be pretty salty with how much of this is around it. But this is like some sort of sandstone or something along those lines, and like I said, this stuff's so weird. It's real shiny and looks like crystal. If you were to get like a hose and start washing this stuff, it would literally slowly start to dissolve away.
Which is pretty interesting. I've never really thought to show you guys that, but I took my grandpa out here once, and he just kept talking about the rocks when we were hiking out here looking for fish. He's like, man, the rocks out here are so weird. They're a lot different than what he usually sees back in California.
Any luck?
I think we got a Sasquatch sighting.
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch sign, right?
Oh, Sasquatch sign. Oh, there's a Sasquatch out here?
Yep.
What in the...
Yeah, somebody's been bow fishing these beds right under this tree. It's like the perfect spot for a bed. It's shaded. It's really nice looking. And the Sasquatch made its way over there. It looked like it was planted here behind that bush. As soon as that tilapia came in, it just... Sasquatch grabbed it with the stick and stabbed it or something.
You can see all his tracks going there. You ate all the tilapia out of here, huh?
Yeah, I saw about 4 or 5 beds. They're right next to brush where like you can hide behind the brush. As soon as it comes, you can whack them at like 2 feet. So somebody was out here.
You know that boat up there too? Definitely worth the hike.
Was it?
Well, it's the only solid wood boat that I've ever walked up to. Thing's gotta be
Really?
old.
Jeez, that's interesting.
You don't never see solid wood boats ever, huh?
Never.
Yeah, that's weird.
Never.
Uh-oh.
Get out of here. Oh man, I'm full of mud.
So one of the problems we're running into bow fishing right now is the fact that the water went down. As you can see, that right there is a really big tilapia bed, and over there are 2 more. They make those really big circles that they'll lay their eggs in and hang out in there and protect their fry and do whatever they're gonna do. But they spent all that time to build the beds, and then right when they built them, the water went down a little bit, which I'm not too worried about it yet. The water's still fairly cold, but in this cove right here, there's got to be about 5 or 6 beds that went dry, so these tilapia probably aren't too happy about that. They're not hanging really shallow right now, so that's kind of a problem, because if you want to bow fish, you're definitely going to have them really shallow.
All right, so we're gonna attempt to creep in as slow and as quiet as we can. Turn off the trolling motor and just kind of glide in.
All right over him. I thought he's gonna move.
That tree over there, is that one?
Yep,
Yep.
that is one.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
2 of
one.
them.
There's one there jamming. They're gonna come across over here. They don't know where to go. He's behind this bush. He's gonna make a run for it.
Oh man,
Gosh.
let him too much. Something that in previous years we're not really used to seeing here at Lake Mead is a ton of structure. And as you can see around us right now, it's going to be a very good year for fishing in general. We've been just driving around here looking for tilapia, and the amount of bass, oh, see, we just hit a log. The amount of bass we're seeing is incredible. The amount of structure around here and stuff, we saw a school of about 100 tilapia, but you can see around us right here all these logs. That's not normal. This whole area back here was out of water for like 2 years or so, 1.5 years maybe. I don't really know how long, but it caused all these trees to grow really big, and now we've literally got, like we're on the East Coast, trees all in these waters. And all the birds really like this little island right here. Look at this. I wonder if they're like laying their eggs on it or something. It's kind of cool. This is all too familiar of a sight right here. Look at my boot. The
trolling motor remote got whipped off by the bow. You caught it in your string, huh?
Yeah, it's around my neck, and when I pulled back,
it fling off and hit the dirt over there. So I go to jump and I sink about 10 inches in the mud. Well,
I'm glad it didn't fall in the water.
yeah, if that would have fell in the water, we'd have been stuck there for a little while.
Well, right here, this usually hangs with the piece of string, and when I went to go launch, I got excited and I did it fast.
And we're literally stuck where we couldn't use the main motor, and the trolling motor was like stuck at the bottomed out. So had to take the jump, and it was a lot softer. It's a lot softer than I thought it was gonna be. That's what happens when the water starts going down here. Got a few flashbacks right there. You remember when you got your white tennis shoes wet?
Yep.
That's funny.
Got you! Got you! Got you! Got you!
Go towards him, go towards him, go towards him. Don't pull him off. He wasn't super big.
What a lucky shot that was. Finally made it happen with the bow. When you get them with the bow, you got to push it all the way through. You unscrew this little tip right here. This part is so that they can't come off. You unscrew it, and then it goes backwards like this.
That one's not a very big one still, but it's a good one.
No, so this right here, that's about a 2-pounder, 2.5 pounder, which is good. This is the only one that's giving me a good shot. It didn't see me because it was right behind the bush. So this is a tilapia, still a small one. It's about 2.5 pounds, but got the arrow right through it. Looks like almost a heart shot.
Got the arrow. What's super crazy about the tilapia here is, like you said, this one's still considered kind of small. They'll get about twice that big, won't they?
Yeah.
We missed some, matter of fact, that are twice that big.
Yeah, but lucky shot. I rolled in here fast, and I had about 2 seconds just to pull it and shoot. Yep. So we're good.
Good old GoPro got it.
We got one how we wanted to get them with the.
Yep.
Pulled the Adesanya, or no, who's that? Pereira.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't really know what a bow fishing setup is, these arrows right here, this is what we're shooting at them with. So after it goes through the fish, it's got this barb that'll catch them. If you twist the tip, you can see how it will reverse. So that's how you take the arrow out of the fish. See, after you shoot, it's tied to a string. So that's what we're shooting at them with our bows. And Senior right here just got it done.
This is very challenging. So when you feel like you've done it all for deer hunting, fishing and everything, you take it to the next level, and your chances of getting them like this are pretty difficult.
Especially the big ones, right?
Yeah. But we enjoy doing it because it's hard and it's challenging, and you know, just give it a try.
So you remember how I was telling people the red ear are one of the most difficult panfish to catch?
Yeah.
I think out of all the fish species out there, the tilapia during the daytime have to be the most difficult fish to bow fish. And that is 100% certain, I guarantee it, because these fish seem to be the only ones that actually think, don't they? These guys will come and they'll look for you. You know, normally a fish, you'll startle them. These things, it's very tricky. They're actually a thinking fish. So when you bow fish them, you'll notice that they'll come up and they'll put their eyes like right at the water level, and they'll see you from far away. And half the time they don't even let you get close. So this is the one time of year when they start to let their guard down a little bit. You could get a little bit close enough. But I mean, it's tricky out here. It's tricky. First off, it's hard to even hit a shot bow fishing, and then let alone get a tilapia. So we're pretty happy about that.
So we're pulling up to one of the last spots, and what do we see? A little guy looking at me. Want some tilapia? Sound of a mouse.
I've never heard a boat do that before.
What's the problem?
This will teach you to not run through a bed too, Lisa, with the motor. When the trolling motor was stuck, we had to hit the main motor to get us close enough to hit the edge, and ran through some toolies. This stuff's like rope. Seriously, will not come undone.
There it goes.
And there's the intake tower right there. I wonder if they're ever gonna put pipes back. I don't know. I think the water might be deep enough now that they can, but they might have just given up on it unless the water goes way up. It's always funny to see Those stairs they built back in the day to the water, those aren't being used at all anymore. Actually, that might be a boat dock or something. I don't know. It's always funny to see that though. That's long gone.
So a while ago on our updates, do you guys remember that boat that was floating and like bobbing up and down all over out here? And we were saying like it's the floating boat and all that. Well, it's finally settled, and I think we actually have the standing boat part 2 now. There's 2 boats that are standing at Lake Mead.
Here it is. This one was floating for a while, and I think it finally settled its way down. And according to the live scope, it's completely dug in the mud, and that's not holding it up anymore. So
There, you can tell that it was bobbing. Now the bottom is deep in the mud, so we have the second standing boat.
it's holding itself up with its own weight, right?
Yep.
Wow. So we have 2 standing boats now officially. That's pretty wild. So if the water ever does go back down, I wonder if this one will actually hold up. If it'll hold up like the other one did. It's pretty crazy. It's a good thing that they put this rock buoy on it too, because if they didn't, that thing definitely would have took out another boat. A sunken boat would have caused another boat to sink.
As far as the lake goes, the water definitely went down. Probably about 5 feet, maybe a little more, a little less, somewhere around there though. But the water definitely went down, and it just sucks because I feel like every year we try to go out tilapia fishing, we always time our trips like a day or 2 late, because all the tilapia started to make their beds up shallow, then the water dropped and dried them all out. And then plus we just had a cold front blow through, so we were having our water temperature consistently over like 70 degrees, and today we're all mid 60s again, which I was telling you guys earlier. Mid 70s to 80 degrees is like perfect for tilapia to start to spawn. So we timed it a little wrong, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Literally after another couple day stretch of really warm weather to heat this water up, the tilapia spawn will be in full swing, and the bow fishing will be incredible.
We would have come out here a couple days ago, but I was in Phoenix visiting my brother. For those of you that have been tracking on that, he's at least walking and talking now. For those of you that don't know, brother had a heart attack, and he was in a coma for a while. He came out of a coma, but now he's walking and talking, so we're pretty amazed with that. They said like a 6-month recovery or something, and it's only been a month, and he's doing pretty good, so appreciate all the prayers for that. Just wanted to give a quick update.
As far as the rest of the lake goes, it's just looking great. The water's looking great, everything's looking healthy. I honestly think that with all of the submerged brush nowadays, it's almost like giving a new source of nutrients to the water. It's helping with the planktons, the phytoplankton, the zooplankton, the stuff like that, which is the base of a good food chain, because then that feeds the shad, which feed the bass, which feed the striper, and it also helps grow other things that feed other things, if that makes sense. So it's the base of all life is being fed right now by all these plants being submerged. But I've honestly never seen so many little fish just everywhere this year. We literally were seeing schools of bass all over the place, little baby bass, little baby tilapia everywhere. So it's looking great.
Look at this guy. So we stopped at the fish cleaning station. We cleaned up the tilapia. We're gonna go home and cook them.
Had to bust out the sword for a little bit there, clean him up.
Look at this guy. Come on.
Hey, it happens. Hey, last time it was you getting stuck every time we go out, and me finally. Water goes down, you forget that mud turns loose.
Let's go back to the house.
We're back at the house. Man, oh man, did I get burned out there. It's been a little while since we've been in the sun like that. The sun just caught us off guard. I put on sunscreen too. I don't know if it wasn't bad, but got a good little burn going. Happens every year. Oh well. The tilapia, we filleted out there on the lake. We actually took it back to the house now, and I just finished cooking it up, and it looks delicious. We're gonna do a good old taste test as usual, get everybody tasting it. All we did was pretty much make blackened tilapia. I used this, I don't even know how you say that, this blackened seasoning for the first time with a little bit of butter and lemon, and I just let it cook till it gets flaky, and now we have our final result. Looks delicious. So we're gonna have everybody do the famous taste test in the famous spot right here. I just kind of pile it all together. Everybody knows how to eat it here.
There we go.
Have to be like, yeah, boat fishing, casting it. Should be super good. You could put that in a sandwich. You could eat it with salad, with rice, whatever you want.
All right, real quick before we go, appreciate you guys watching to this point. I'm challenging Juju in front of everybody right now.
Oh, you didn't give me the bad side.
First to make 5 wins.
So explain what this is first.
This little game right here.
It's like ring toss, yeah?
It's a little ring. You swing it, and it hooks. You know, you try to swing it and get it to hook right there, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna go first to 5. Go.
1. Oh. Gigi's got 2. 2. 3 2.
3.
3 3. 4 3.
4. 4.
Oh, it's 5 4.
Somebody messed me up. This one's spinning.
I think you got the bad side.
Yeah, one of these sides.
He's got to finish out at least 5.
Alright, you got me.
I've been sweating
There's
this
5
out.
5. Juju's been
for record.
when we were out in the lake, he was playing all day long, warming up.
I wanted to win.
Yeah, my wife bought me this and I started playing. And I came back from the lake and Juju was saying that he had 33 in a row. And I'm like, dang, he got all sweaty over my game.
Yeah.
And then he challenged me and he makes almost every one. It's a pretty cool little thing.
They beat me a few times and I had to win.
All right, you're the only one to actually shoot one of the tilapia.
All right,
Better
let's
one.
get this little taste test going.
See what you think.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the sunburn.
Yep.
Yeah, it was about 60, 65 degrees out there, so you don't really feel it. You know, it was a little bit cloudy part of the day. You really get burned up when you don't expect it. It's pretty good. The texture tastes a little bit different.
Well, I used a different seasoning for the first time. It was just this random one. Took a little shortcut.
I don't know if it's a seasoning, just the texture doesn't taste like when fish breaks apart and flaky. This texture just tastes weird.
Try a different fillet maybe.
But the flavoring is really good. Texture just seems a little bit different, a little bit soft, but overall tilapia is pretty delicious, so you can't go wrong with it.
Maybe it was those little ones. Maybe they're more
It just
tender.
surprised me because it's just a little bit different.
I think you got a piece off one of the little ones. Maybe, just maybe, it's one of those little ones. They're a little more tender or something. You try off the big one. That's the one you shot right there. You have to tell me how that one is.
Let's taste the shooter. Yeah, that one's a little bit different.
It's a little more firm or what?
Bigger, flakier pieces.
Mm.
The other one, the texture was just weird.
So it must be true that the smaller the fish, the more tender they are, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, it tastes good. I like it.
Now we got Juju. You didn't get to go out today with us, or yesterday, but you get to reap the benefits of a hard day's
Best
work.
part.
That's tilapia.
Scooby, want a piece? You want a piece?
Tastes a little bit different. Tastes a tiny bit dry.
Dry.
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna try another piece and make sure it's not. Yeah, it's like once you get past the flavor, the initial flavor hit, it feels a tiny bit dry compared to like other fish I feel like we've had recently.
Like striper and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it's still good though.
What's weird about tilapia is it's a very popular fish because it's easy to cook, but I do kind of agree with you. It kind of has more of like a drier texture, doesn't
It
it?
feels a little bit more like chicken than fish, rather. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You agree?
That's what it,
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it does have like a chicken texture, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So-
weird, but it's still good though. The flavoring is good.
So what do you rate it overall? Because you got to be judgment of the seasoning and the fish.
Probably like a, I don't know, I like fish a lot, so probably like an 8.5.
It's hard to go wrong with fish.
Not
huh?
the best I've had, but it's definitely still good.
Presentation-wise, you could always present it better, but we'll just grab what we want to eat, throw it on a plate with some rice or whatever, and then eat it. So we're gonna taste some of the tilapia. It's pretty good. It's like Juju said. It's got like a chicken texture in a way. It's different. Like a striper. When you're eating striper, the meat itself is a little more moist. This one, once you kind of chew it a little bit, it's like a more dry a little bit. But other than that, I mean, everything else here is good. The way to cook it, you can't go wrong with just about any fish. Blackened catfish, striper, tilapia, just about anything. So flavor's good. Everything's good about it. 10 out of 10 if you like fish. But we're actually going to make a trip here soon right after this. We're planning on leaving either tomorrow or the next day to go and chase something that you guys haven't seen in a while. And I think it'll be very exciting. So you guys got a lot to look forward to. Dang, I do got
tan line, huh? You can see where my sunglasses are. But I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like I just said, we're gonna go out and explore some other areas you guys haven't seen in a while. We haven't been there in a little while, and do a few things that are fan favorites for sure, at least OG fan favorites. But you guys got a lot to look forward to here coming up. Tags are coming by. We're gonna see if we're gonna do some more hunting this year or not. And then as always, do a little more camping. Get Juju out here after some more fish, more panfish maybe, and
Yep. Still got to get that record. Still want the record. It's gonna be mine soon by the end of the year.
Yep.
Going for it.
But really do appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you outdoors.